Hey guys, NerdKai here, and I'm here to make this video just to talk about my thoughts and opinions on the recent Star Wars Battlefront beta. So let's get to it. First off, we're going to talk about graphics. The graphics in this game are easily some of the best I've ever seen in a game. Definitely the best I've seen this year. Witcher 3 might be close second, but the graphics of this are really amazing. You can really see the graphics a bit more on Solist and Tatooine. On Hoth is just white, snow planet, just snow, ice, so not a lot of texture there, if you will. But on Solist and Tatooine, it looks amazing. The lighting is just, so good. The graphics definitely live up to my expectations of what I wanted, and that's why I clicked on the wee survey thing they'd always give you. It'd be like, do the graphics meet your expectations? I'd be like, yes. Everything looks amazing. The vehicles look amazing, especially the X-Wing. I love the sort of pink glow from the thrusters on the back of the X-Wing. Blasters look amazing, especially the particle effects when you shoot them next to like walls or just against enemy vehicles. Next up, we're going to talk about gameplay. Gameplay, solid. Picked up and I instantly knew what I was doing. The buttons are roughly the same as every other shooter. There is the argument of what is better, first person or third person. Third person if you're going for the more nostalgic, old Battlefront style, but I found myself playing first person more, because even in the old Battlefront games, I would always switch to first person, because then you could zoom in. I know you could zoom in third person, but it was just sort of just zoomed in a wee bit. I liked looking down the scope, so I always changed to first person in the old Battlefront games. So that's what I do in this game, although I do like that you have the choice, because sometimes I'd be in a situation where, I could use third person here. I'll just hold down the D-pad, change, really good. I like how you can switch shoulder as well. That's really good. Other than that though, there are one or two problems that a lot of people talk about. First off is the spawns. The spawns are really fucked up in the game, but there is a beta and they have said that they'll fix it. Like, it's just really bad spawning, especially on Walker Assault, which is one of the game modes I'll talk about later. When you're playing as the rebels, just stormtroopers are getting behind you and they just fuck you up, and it's just real annoying. And on Drop Zone, it isn't very good either. Like, you'll get the objective, then you die, and then then you will spawn on the other side of the map, and it just takes too long to get back. Just the spawning's really bad, and everyone pretty much seen that on day one, and DICE have not acknowledged that they will fix it. So hope they do that. Radar, in my opinion, could be a wee bit better. I don't want it to be like constant dots on the map, like the Halo radar. I'd prefer it to be a bit more like the Destiny radar, which it is sort of copying. Just make it a bit better, in my opinion, just a wee bit better. And one issue that I have is the jetpack. Now, jetpacks, in my experience, when jetpacks are balanced, i.e. everyone has a jetpack when they start off, it's okay, because everyone is equal, everyone can get certain bits. But when jetpack becomes a choice thing, like in Halo Reach, that's when it ruins the game, because then those certain people will get like a long range, they'll get a sniper rifle or DMR or whatever, and then they'll jetpack this wee nook and cranny somewhere, and then they'll just snipe you from there. And then you are like, I wish I could get up there. I do, but I need to give up something else that I really like using to get that jetpack to get up there and be on par with him. Now yes, you can make the argument of, just shoot him out of there, blow him up out of there, whatever, but I just hate that. And it's not as noticeable in Drop Zone, but on Hoth, on Walker Assault, really noticeable. And I did it. I jetpacked on top of the mountain and I would snipe there with my mate. If I died, I'd just spawn on him. If he died, he'd just spawn me, and we owned, and then obviously it happened to me, and I just hate that. I felt dirty, but at the same time it's good just getting those headshots. But it's just, I really hate that. So I'm not saying they should remove the jetpack entirely. I'm suggesting they put maybe kill zones at the top of those mountains, like in Battlefield 4, which DICE also made. Battlefield 4, their problem was people would use a spawn beacon, and then you'd parachute in on top of the buildings, and then you could just snipe down on everyone. That really, really annoyed me. That was one of the reasons why I stopped playing Battlefield 4. That and it didn't work. It really annoyed me. So if they could just do that, because the jetpack is part of Battlefront. I mean, they had it in the old games. Like, I love playing as the Dark Trooper, but it worked in the Dark Trooper and then the Clone Trooper as well. It worked with them because they had sort of close range weapons. The Dark Trooper had his arc caster gun, and then the Clone Trooper, he had the EMP gun, and then they both had blast pistols. Medium sort of close range weapons, I mean, the Dark Trooper, the way you played him is, you jump back in, blast everyone, then jump back out. But in this game, you just, I'll jetpack to a high location and then snipe all the time, and it just really annoyed me. So if they made it that, oh, you can have the jetpack but you can't have the sniper, maybe if they did that, but then again that would annoy people, so I would say just put kill zones on top of the mountains so that people can't get up there. Like the very top. They can go on the cliff edgy bits, but not right at the top where they can hide. But that's just how I feel. Don't know about you guys, so we'll see for that. But other than that, gameplay is very good. We're going to the game modes now. The main game mode is called Walker Assault, which takes place in the Hoth. 40 players, so 20 versus 20. One team plays as the Empire, one team plays as the Rebels, and you're basically recreating the opening battle from Empire Strikes Back. And it's amazing. Like, they've captured the feel of that battle intensely. Like, I was playing as the Rebels at the final part, where you're in the trenches, and I was running from one side of the trenches to the other to get into a turret, and I was just going there, and just, you know, the ATSTs were shooting at me, and a TIE fighter crashed in front of me, and it just felt so surreal. I was like, oh my god, I'm in the fucking movie, this is so crazy. And then I got shot because some guy spun behind me, because that's the way the beta worked. But for that brief few seconds, it was amazing. I loved it, and that's what this game does well, just it captures Star Wars really well. And Walker Assault, it basically plays like Rush from Battlefield, so if you've played that, you know what to expect. The other game mode was Drop Zone, as an 8v8 sort of King of the Hill-esque game mode where drop pods will land on the map. Your team needs to capture and hold the drop pods for a certain amount of time, and if you do, then you'll get rewarded with power-ups, which could be turrets or orbital strikes, and by the end of the game, the team that captured the most wins. I didn't like it too much. I think it's because of the spawns, like the fucked up spawn system. I think that put like a sour taste in my mouth. I was just like, don't like this game type. It's just, I didn't like it. So hopefully I enjoy it more in the beta. And then there was survival mode, which is a 2-player co-op horde mode. It lasts 15 waves. It's pretty fun, but they only had normal difficulty in the beta. The difficulties are normal, hard, and master. I liked it if they'd given us at least hard to try in the beta, but in the full game I'll definitely try that out because it's got leaderboards, and I like leaderboards. I like being at the top of leaderboards, so I think that'll be fun, but it's a bit disappointing that it's only 2-player co-op instead of this sort of standard 4-player co-op, so I doubt I'll be playing that too much. The ones I'll probably play most will be Walker Assault, which Walker Assault, a lot of people have been complaining, including myself, that it's a bit unbalanced, it's a bit unfair towards the Rebels. Like, it's very one-sided when you play as the Empire. As the Empire, you don't need a coordinated team, you just need to let the Imperial Walkers do their thing, just walk, and then you'll do fine. Whereas the Rebels, you really need a team to coordinate to win. So I hope they change that for the full game, because I've won only 3 or 4 times as the Rebels during the entire duration of the beta, and I played every day. And 3 or 4 times I've like maybe, I don't know, I must have played about 50, 60 games or so. That's a bit one-sided, so hopefully they'll change that. There are other game modes that they unveiled, but I'll talk about that in a future video. Next up, I'm going to talk about the music and sound effects. It's Star Wars. You can't fuck it up. Like, they were already made for them. You know, the music and the sound effects were already made for the movies that the game's trying to emulate, so they just took them from the movies, and it's brilliant. I mean, the music, when you're going in there, gets you all pumped up, and then there's musical cues when you become the hero or villain, which was Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. So when you knew when they were on the battlefield, because you'd get a wee musical cue, and you'd be like, oh, which I didn't even know that. I was just playing, and I heard the musical cue, and I was like, that's like Luke Skywalker, and then I seen Luke Skywalker, I was like, oh fuck, that's awesome. Whereas my mate, he heard the music, and he's like, what does that mean? We're like, oh, it means Luke Skywalker's in the field, and he's like, how do you know that? And we're like, because we've seen the movies. He hasn't watched the movies too much, so he doesn't know. Sound effects are amazing. Every gun has their own unique sound, so you can tell what someone's using, whether they're using the E11, you know, which is my favourite gun. One problem I did have though was the voice acting, particularly with Vader. He says some sort of fruity lines that are just like, what? Like, that doesn't sound like Vader, that's cheesy, like that's shite, mate, what are you doing? You know, I saw gameplay of someone else, and he's like, oh, you will fear my lightsaber, and you're like, he wouldn't say that, that's shite, you know, don't say that, Vader, what are you doing? Overall, the music and sound effects are authentic, and that's what they were aiming for, and they definitely achieved that. Now I'm just going to give my overall thoughts to wrap this up. Overall, I'm excited for this game. I've been waiting for this game since 2005. That's when the last Battlefront game came out on consoles. And the original Star Wars Battlefront was one of the main reasons why I bought an original Xbox console way back when. The other reason being Halo. And I played that game so much and I loved it. It was just, it wasn't a competitive one. Isn't a competitive shooter which people are complaining this is too casual. That's kind of what I want from Battlefront. I just want to sit back, chill, shoot some guys whilst reliving one of my favourite movie franchises of all time. That's what I want. And this game gives that to me. And despite all the negatives I have said, remember, this is just a beta. They will fix, hopefully, majority of these issues. And DICE have already said they're working on it. I trust them, kind of. My trust has sort of been, ever since Battlefield 4. I mean, that was a bad launch. And I will definitely be buying this day one. Like, this is a day one purchase for me. Which, the release dates for that are November 17th for North America and November 19th for the rest of the world. So North America, you guys get it a few days early than the rest of the world, which I'm cool with that. That's fine. I don't give a shit. See? I don't care. But overall, guys, the beta was very enjoyable for me. Super excited, and I just can't wait. I'm really excited for this game. Hopefully it launches successfully. Everyone, and I'm sure some of you know, game launches in the past year or so haven't been very good. I mean, everything's either had a bug, or it's been shipped unfinished, or just servers have been down, or just something just fucks up. But I'm hoping this year is different. I hope this year changes that, and I just hope this game works at least. Hope this game at least works on day 2, because day 1 I'm expecting it to fuck up. I'm just expecting to install it in day 1 and then play it the next day. So hopefully day 2, come on, you can do it. But I'm going to wrap this video up now, guys, because I've said everything I want to say. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like this, if you want to see more videos like this. I'll try and get better as I go on. It's my first video. Give me a break. And next video I'll probably do will be my thoughts and opinions on the Rainbow Six beta, which I don't think that game's going to do too well, but I'll tell you that in that video. Alright guys, see ya, thank you for listening, bye bye.